So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening everyone. Wherever you are, welcome to the video. And I'm here again to give you the top 5 F2P familiar for Lava Valley. And keep in mind that for me, as F2P in Lava Valley needs crowd control for us to be able to help our teammates. So with that, let's start our video. Oh, and also please leave a like and subscribe if you're into tips and tricks related to Ni no Kuni. So with that, let's go to our top 5. So at the top of our list, it's Naja or Naha. I don't really care. So Naha is a 3-star familiar. Now, you might be surprised that there's a 3-star familiar in this list. It's because Naha skill, I'm just gonna call him Naha. So for his skill, Naha's heart is his first skill. Naha's heart gives +1 defense, which is pretty basic since he's just a 3-star. His second skill, Pardance, deals damage and decrease the accuracy or the chances that your enemy will hit you for 7.5% for 5 seconds, which is pretty good. But the main thing that takes the cake here is his spooky. The 3-second silence here is the best thing that will help your teammate significantly if you use it properly. Because imagine a situation where it's a 3v3 and you silence the whale on the enemy. The whale in your team would be in a position to burst down the enemy while your team whale gets minimal damage. So keep in mind that Lava Valley matchmaking tries everything it could to make the matchmaking balance. So a 3 seconds of no skill from your enemy, even if it's not the whale, gives a significant advantage to your team. So at the number 4 of our list, it's Bride. Bride is a light and defense type 4-star familiar. His skills are Bride's Heart, a passive where damage coming in from a dark user is reduced by 1%. And in battlefields such as Lava Valley, damage from player is -1%, which is pretty good but not really game changing. So his second skill is Heroic Headbutt, an active where Bride will fly towards the enemy and do a headbutt that would deal damage. It also decreases the attack speed by 10% of your enemy if you manage to hit them. And the 1-second stun, which is huge if you manage to hit an enemy. A 1-second stun is everything, as you could start to chain it with other CC, giving you and your teammates more time to dish out a lot of damage to the enemies. So his third skill is Overshock. Overshock on the other hand is, I think, only does its effect in the familiar arena. So in the Lava Valley, they don't have any HP and can die, so I won't explain it further. So going to the third of our list, it's Penguicorn. Now Penguicorn is a dark and support type familiar. His first skill is the Penguicorn's Heart, a passive skill. So here it basically decreases the cooldown of Darkness familiar and it increases the critical damage per Darkness familiar. So every dark familiar in your deck would give you a % of critical damage and dark damage. So for the best use of it, make sure to partner him up with other dark familiars such as Arachnis if you're lucky, but you can use other 3-star familiars too. But I think it's just more of an optional because it's not really that helpful. So on his second skill, Gentleman's Dignity is an active skill where he would restore 7.5% of your max HP plus 1,000, which is just a basic support skill where he would heal you up, and that it can instantly remove flash and a 50% resist rate to it for 5 seconds. So flash comes from attack type familiars such as attack type light familiars such as Sparky and Worker Bumbler, where they can deal 100% of their attack damage for a certain amount of time. And for his third and final skill, the Magical Hat. Magical Hat is an active skill that would decrease the accuracy of the enemy familiar, which is helpful as you have a chance to cancel any problematic familiar skills that they're about to throw for 4 seconds. So it's best to use it if you're thinking of starting a fight. Also, it blinds an enemy for 4 seconds, which is, as I explained with Naha, it would be a great help. Plus, this one is a bit longer. So for our top 2, it's Sparky. Sparky is a light and attack type 4-star familiar. He is also one of my favorite familiar because he looks cute. Wouldn't fall in love with that face. So Sparky's first skill is the Sparky's Heart. Just like anyone else, is a passive that just increase light damage for 1%. So for his second skill, Zip Zap. His second skill on the other hand is an active which deals damage and more importantly stuns anyone on the radius of on the circle of his body for 1 second. I have used Zip Zap to set up for my teammates or delay my enemies a lot of times, and I might be biased but I can say that this skill is one of the best stun in the game. So his third skill, Power Charge, is a passive where whenever he is about to hit an enemy for the third time, he would deal an additional damage. So standing at the number 1 of our list, it's Hobgoblin. I don't even know why he's not a super rare 4-star because of the kit that he is given, but what the heck, I'll take what I can get. So Hobgoblin is a dark and attack type 4-star familiar. His first skill is Hobgoblin's Heart, where it's the same as the others, a percent increase in darkness damage. So his second skill is Pulverize. It deals 291% of attack as damage and also decreases the target's crit resist by 10% for 5 seconds, which is big, especially when combined with his third skill, the Stun Slam, where he would stun an enemy for 4 freaking seconds. Oh my god, if you got hit by this dude, you're on comatose. The next thing that you'll know is that you're on the base respawning. If you manage to stun the whale in the enemy for 4 freaking seconds and decrease his crit resist by 10%, there's no way he would survive unless he is this guy. So that's it for the top 5 F2P familiars that I think is the best to use in Lava Valley. So what are your thoughts? You can share them in the comments, and if you find it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. And with that, say goodbye, Sparky. Yeah, he's still shy.